Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is May 14th, 2026. Excuse me. And we're looking at Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 3. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 3, and it says this: "The proud speech of a fool brings a rod of discipline." Some translations say the mouth of a fool is a rod for his back. The proud speech of a fool brings a rod of discipline, but the lips of the wise protect them. You know, yesterday we were in our recovery meeting, we were talking about what is grace? And we were answering that question. What is grace? And in my conversation, I was talking about prevenient grace, or the grace before I even knew I needed grace. The grace that God gave even before there was a need for me to give grace. And I related that to the fact that I have a situation in my life where there's an individual who I started well with. The introductions were made. I started giving them grace, loving them the way Christ would love, loving them before they even knew they needed love, right? And in that, there was opportunities for that person to receive that love and receive that grace and thrive because of it. Unfortunately, that grace was not received well. It was taken as condemnation, and I get it, but there was some circumstance that came about and life got difficult, and correction was going to have to be made because of it. And not necessarily by me, but in a certain circumstance that could be really bad. The person got really proud about their abilities and their circumstances. And I knew it was going to be detrimental. And then this morning I read this: "But the lips of the wise protect them." That's exactly what that prevenient grace did for me. I was that proud, arrogant person who rejected that grace for so long. And it required discipline. And Christ protected me from myself anyway. Today, this morning, as I read this, I realized that my responsibility, even though it was rejected, is to continue to love, to give grace, and to protect. Did you know being a Christian is really super hard? It's a whole lot easier to do things the way the world does. I think Jesus warned us about that as well. So as you go out into the world today, remember, Christ loved you before you were even aware that you did anything wrong. And when you rejected the fact that you didn't do, and said you didn't do anything, and it required justice, it required discipline, He came along and gave you another opportunity to make it right. I think today we need to remember that as we interact with the world. Jesus said, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this they will know that you are my disciples. John 13:34 and 35. Those are my life verses. And I got to be honest, they challenge me all the time because loving the way Jesus did is really hard. But Jesus gave us the period in that statement. Love one another, period. I need to go out in the world and do that and get better at that. I think I'm okay, but I can be a lot better. How about you? Just something to think about today. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.